This is another episode of me documenting the day-to-day process that I'm taking to achieve long-term consistency in the financial market, and I have blown up again. So, top one futures account that I just got, I went on sale today. Yeah. So, moving forward, I will not be live trading for a long time. Maybe not a long time, maybe a couple of weeks, but it's gonna take a bit for me to piece things together because the issue that I'm having right now is I am not following a model and I'm not putting the pieces together to give me a probable outcome, which is what I did to pass the top step evaluation in the first place. And then after I passed the top step evaluation, everything just went downhill and I never recovered since then. So this is how I've been trading since I passed the eval, literally a 12% win rate, only 7 winning trades, 48 losing trades, 23 break-even trades. That's crazy. It's the first time I'm looking at these numbers, but this is how I've been trading ever since I passed the top step evaluation. And how I traded before was literally profitable trading. I had a model. I was looking for it day in, day out. I was following it. I wasn't trading days it wasn't there. It was good. Sell score 78. I mean, this is what profitable trading looks like. Look at my equity curve. It's literally just a climb up. It's beautiful. It's perfect. So what happened? Why did I fall so far off the road? What is going on right now? That is, I really don't think it's a complex answer. I think it's rather simple, but it's a lot of things, and one thing leads to another, and before you know it, boom, here you are. So, starting at the end of, October 3rd, right? Got in a breakup, 6-year relationship over. That kind of affected me mentally. This week, it traded bad as a result. Following week, passed the evaluation. The way that I passed the evaluation, though, I broke the rules. I broke one of my rules. I took 3 trades when I should have a 2-trade max. That was my rule before. I had 2 trades a day max, and I broke that rule to take this trade, and that was the trade that I actually ended up passing the evaluation. And then since then, I have not recovered, which is crazy. It just shows you how stepping outside of your rules one time, that's all it takes. One time can literally throw you off this much. But it's not only that. I think it's the fact that I was in drawdown, and the way that I trade in drawdown, I'm really understanding how I do trade when I am in drawdown is I'm not coming to the market thinking, okay, I need to follow my model, I need to follow my edge, I'm looking for this playbook, and that's it. I'm going to do this. If it's there, I'm going to take it. If it's not, then I'm not going to do anything. Instead, I'm coming to the market thinking, okay, I'm $600 in drawdown. This is my first funded account, and I want to save it, and I don't want to stay in this drawdown. So how can I get out of this drawdown as fast as possible? So you stop thinking in terms of, am I following my model? Am I following my process? Am I following my edge? You start thinking in terms of, how fast can I get out of drawdown? How much money can I make today, and how much can that cut down on the drawdown that I'm in? Which is why I have 23 break-even trades, because I've had so many winning trades come back on me for break-even because I'm holding way longer than I should be. Never delivers my take profit, and then it comes back on me for break-even. So when I hit drawdown, I size down to 1 contract. And when I size down to 1 contract, I can't take partials, right? On the evaluation, I was trading 3 contracts. The volatility was normal. I was able to take partials. It was good. Even if I had losing trades, I was still able to secure some and limit my downside. But we had that one huge down day. We had that one large down candle. I think it was, let's see if we can find it real quick. Let's actually look at the daily chart and see where my trading action began to change. So let's go to the daily. It was here, right here. So October 10th. This is when the volatility changed. And because the volatility changed, I was able to pass the evaluation. I went from 2K in profit, or I think 1K in profit, to 3K in profit, literally within the span of a week, because I had 2 trades that amounted to over $1,000 because of this increased volatility. Because of that increased volatility, I started disregarding the risk that was present in the market. And this is what happens the day after I break my rules, right? I took 3 trades on the day that I broke my rules and passed the evaluation. The following day, I take another 3 trades. I try that again, the same thing, and you can see the increased volatility. Usually I'm not taking losses over 20 points. In this case, I have a 41-point loss, and I'm trading 3 contracts on every single trade. 3 total trades, volume is 9, and that puts me $600 in the hole, boom, immediately, just like that. I was never able to recover them. I had so many good trades that came back on me for break even, because I'm trying to get out of that drawdown. So that's one of the things that definitely influenced this kind of performance, where I kind of just fell off, is being in drawdown and how I trade in drawdown. Now I'm well aware of how I react and how I respond, right? And I think from that point on forward, my focus was just completely off of following the process and following what I know works, and it switched to dollar amount. How much money can I make in this session? And I stopped following the process. I stopped following my model, and I just fell the fuck off. The model was there. The edge is there. There is a system that I follow. When I do follow it, it does yield profitability. The problem is I'm not doing that, and everything that I've been doing is just completely subjective. And I'm just coming to the market not thinking, okay, how am I going to follow my process today? I'm coming to the market thinking, okay, how am I going to make money today? So I'm looking at the market. I'm literally just piecing together random opportunity. If I go through these trades, it's not going to be the same setups. And one thing that I've learned from talking to a successful trader, he makes 5 to 10K a month, he's been in the market for 8 years, is he says this: if you go through all the trades that he's taken, if you look at all the setups that he's taken, it's the same thing over and over and over again. Like, you wouldn't even tell what the date was. You could go back 2 years and it'd still be the same setups that he's taken today. And that's how it has to be, right? So the issue that I'm dealing with right now is simply not following the process that I put together. And I put so much time and effort into building a process and building a model, as you can tell here, right? I mean, this has to be kind of sorted out, but the primary playbooks that I have, the setups that I have, they work and they repeat over and over and over again. I don't know why nothing's showing up here. There we go. So it's literally the same playbooks that I look for, the same kind of setups, the same kind of days. It's there. Why am I not following it? That's the thing. And I'm learning a lot about probabilities and what trading really is. It's simply a game of probabilities, right? You come to the market and you look for one thing that gives you a favorable outcome, where you know that if I put risk behind this trade, 30% of the time it might work, but when it does work, it pays a lot. And because it pays a lot when it does work 30% of the time, I net profit in the end. So you're simply coming to the market looking for a favorable outcome. That's it. It's just a game of statistics. I don't have a favorable outcome if I'm not aware of what that is, and if I'm not following that, which is what I was doing, fell off the wagon. I'm not. Another thing is, it's too easy for me to get into a trade, because I believe trading ICT is extremely subjective, because you're just looking at candlesticks. And every annotation it's your own. It's your own way of interpreting the market all the time. So the way that I trade, it is extremely subjective, but it can be objective and less subjective if I just define it down to, okay, I'm looking for inversion fair value gap or fair value gap to put on a trade after X, Y, and Z happens. That's it. That's a model. So my issue right now is simply operating without a model, without an edge, just coming to the market, following my subjective bias, and then looking for opportunity, random opportunity, not taking, a setup that's already predetermined, something that I already know has worked in the past and I know has a probable outcome over a series of trades. I'm just coming to the market looking to make something out of it without really actually looking for anything. And that's why my trading has suffered as a result. And so today it finally drove me to a breaking point where I was looking at Solana at the same time I'm trading NASDAQ, and me and my brother, we have a swing position in Solana, and it was just obviously going lower. But I'm sitting on the lower time frame 1 minute, 5 minute chart on Solana, and I see at the 10 o'clock driver we have an impulse move up, and I told him, close the short, let's go long. So he did, and then that ended up stopping out long, right? At the same time, I'm still trading NASDAQ late into the morning session, because I'm sitting there trading live with this trading coach, and which is something that I never do. Like, the thing is about this trading coach is I'm doing a lot of things that I would never ever have done before. Like, I've narrowed things down to be extremely regimented and structured. So this is what I do day in, day out. And now all that has kind of gone out of the window, and I'm not doing any of that anymore. Although that was what was working in the past. There's been times where I'm really, really focused on just trading the NASDAQ, and I'm killing it, and I'm doing great, which is how I passed the eval again. Like, I have a really, really good clean read on price. I know what setups I'm looking for, and I'm coming to the market, and I'm executing it, and I get my bias right like 75% of the time or more. There may be one day of the entire week where I get the bias incorrect. but still, we're coming out with all these losing trades. So even now, I'm getting the bias right more than 50% of the time, but I'm still just a really, really, really heavy losing trader. So for a while there, I experienced what profitable trading was like, and now I'm doing the opposite of that. And it's simply because I'm operating without edge. I'm not following an edge. I'm not following a model, which if I think about it, I'm just sitting here like just speaking my thoughts about what's going on in my trading right now. If I really think about it, I have not been deliberately following the model that I've created for myself at all. Like I'm not coming into the market looking for this specific playbook because X, Y, and Z is present. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm simply coming to the market looking for some opportunity to make money. And because that's what I'm doing, everything that I'm doing is random. And it's not things that I know what works. It's not things that repeat. So it's all subjective and it's all random. It's all based on how I'm reading the market at that point in time. And then if I see this, I'll get into a trade and that's it. So I blow up. What definitely influenced me to just fucking blow the account though and not give a shit about it was, number one, the Solana trade upset me, right? And then I ended up saying in today's market for way too long, I should have been out by 10 o'clock because I know this is not a trading day, but I stuck around because I'm on the live Zoom with that other guy. I know this is not a trading day. Like I literally should not have done nothing today. And it's funny because on the days where I should literally do nothing at all, those are the days where I blow the fuck up, which is extremely frustrating. But that's always how it goes. That is always how it goes for me. The days where I should not do anything at all, those are the days that end up actually being the worst for me, and I just blow up the account. Like I literally just did not care. I just went in there and just started clicking the button. Like I did not give a shit at all. Like it was bad. It was bad. This is tilt. This is dude, this is what tilt looks like. So this is probably the third time that I've gone on tilt in the last, let's see, the middle of October is when I really started to go downhill. It's been a month. So a little over a month. It's been a little over a month. And I've gone on tilt 3 separate times. So, I mean, the first time I went on tilt, I knew something was wrong. And that's when I should have taken a step back and really considered what I was doing. But there's just been so much going on in my life. Like I moved to a new state. I moved back home. There's so much shit going on. So much things moving around. And I'm not really settled in. I'm not really focused. I'm not really being myself right now still. Like I'm still trying to get back into my rhythm after that breakup. A lot of shit is fucking changing. And this is how I've been trading as a result. So it's difficult. And it's hard. And it's harder than ever. Like this shit is literally driving me mentally insane. Like I'm sitting here after these sessions and I'm having fucking mental breakdowns. And I'm just alone in this fucking apartment. Nobody here. It's just myself. Been doing this shit for almost 3 years now. Still struggling like this. It's crazy, man. This shit is such a long journey. It's such a grind that I'm glad I'm 3 years in because, dude, if I had to start this journey over from scratch, I'd be like, motherfucker. Knowing what I've had to gone through to get to where I'm at right now, and I'm still so far off. I really don't think I'm far off. I think all the pieces are there. I just have to put them together. And I got a friend, shout out you, Nick, that's actually coming over to help me put the pieces together because he's done the thing. He has done the thing. He has achieved profitability, right? So he's going to come over, help me piece together a model, and we'll see how it goes from there. But moving forward, there's no way that I can trade live if I'm performing like this. There's literally absolutely no way. I can't sit here and do this to myself. So I'm going to put aside everything for now, and I'm just going to sit down and put the pieces together like 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the model, and this is what I'm doing. Okay, that's literally fucking it. So after today, obviously I had a mental breakdown. Rule number 1, risk does not go on unless a probable outcome is present. What I said in yesterday, right? I'm thinking in terms of probable outcome. I'm simply coming to the market looking for something that puts the odds in my favor. That's it. So a model must be there, and it's never random. Number 2, focus on that market. Don't split attention. If I'm trading NQ, I'm only looking at NQ or closely correlating assets, and I'm doing nothing else, not talking to anyone, nothing. Meaning I can't sit live on a Zoom and trade with somebody. I've learned this lesson in the past. Doing it again would just be foolishness. It would just be stupidity. Because that's what I used to do with other trading mentors. I would sit on live with them and I'd hear their analysis and it would make me do this and that and just lead to all kind of mistakes. So I can't do that. And then aside from that, I literally outlined a swing trading model for me and my brother to follow that works because, I mean, it's easy. I know that when X, Y, and Z is checked, I have a probable outcome. That's all I'm looking for. And I know how much that's going to yield and how much I should be risking. Putting the pieces together, right? So it would be number one, higher time frame daily / weekly direction. Number two, a daily PD array for the market to trade up into. And then we use confirmation on the 4 hour to 1 hour candle close around that PD array. And then we drop to a lower time frame and use anchored VWAP. We'll use a lower time frame entry, which would be the smart money reversal and a low risk entry. And use a VWAP confluence by the candle closes and as well as some other indicators that he's using. So we're just literally just putting the two together and it gives us a probable outcome. That's it. That's a trade model. So that's simply what I need to do for my day trading model. That's fucking it. So I'm at the point of blow up right now, and there's no shot that I should be trading at all. Like, this is it. This is probably it for the month of December. This is probably it until January, until the new year. I see no reason for me to keep trading until I put the pieces together and back tested a model, which I already have. It's already fucking there. I literally just have to pick it up again and make it more clear to myself what I'm doing when I'm operating in the market, and just look for that. Like, what the fuck have you been doing, dude? It's really frustrating, it really is, but let's go to this day and let's just see. Like, I just need to sit down and review everything. Everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. So, that's where I'm at right now. The struggle is real, folks. But anything worth doing is going to be hard, and there's no fucking way, there's absolutely no way that I can quit. Trading has put me through a lot of mental swings. Like, I will literally blow up in a session. I'll be like pulling my hair out. I think I have a bump on the side of my head because I took my phone and I went like this. Boom. So I literally have a bump on the side of my head now. And then I cool down, I settle, and then I get clarity, and then I get answers. And then I get thoughts and ideas of what needs to be the next steps. So there you go. To build up, you got to be broken down first. And that's the truth. I'm broken the fuck down. Like, I have not recovered since I passed the evaluation over a month ago. And I'm still trading like dick. But what does that mean? You can only go up from here. So I refuse to give up on this day trading dream. I refuse to stop trading ICT concepts, and I am going to piece together a model, which I already have. It's kind of like I'm just picking it up again, putting the pieces back together, and just follow that shit. Because, I mean, I had a process. I was coming in, day out. That shit was working. So what the fuck happened? How did I fall off so hard? And that is what it kind of frustrates me the most. But you know what? There's going to be periods of time where this is how I trade. And then let's think about it this way. This is a growth period. This is a growth period. This is a period of growth. So I got to figure out what's next. And I already have a really good idea of what that is. Now it's time to execute. So that's it for this one, and I don't know how I'll continue posting content if I'm not trading live, because every video that I make is simply a trade review. Maybe I'll do like updates of how I'm piecing together this model. But aside from that, this might be the last video for a while. So I'm not going to stop. Know that. Never going to fucking quit. Will never fucking quit. Will never give up on this dream. Never. Absolutely not. Not even a possibility. Not even an option. We'll continue to be consistent day in and day out. I just have to step away from live trading, which is honestly something that I should have done a long time ago. So this is it for now. I may make videos in this process. I may not. We'll see how it goes. So until I talk to you next time, good luck and good trading.